Bang! Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, your daily cryptocurrency and blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. Look, it's going to be drinking. Look, smoking. Look, swearing. You have been warned, because here I come in 3. Look, 2, 1. Bang! Welcome, everybody. My name is Shamar Clark. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, the greatest show on earth, the greatest show in the multiverse. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. So, this is a strange couple days. So, yesterday we had a story about Pundi X and India. Well, guess what? Today we have a story about Pundi X and India. So, that's how it goes. So we're going to start with Venezuela's largest department store adopts Pundi X. So we're going to talk about what Pundi X is doing now in Venezuela. So yesterday Pundi X was in Panama. So today it's Venezuela. All right. Then we're going to talk about IOTA is being used to track wine. And all these fancy pants wine lovers are going to use it for their thing. I'm going to read about it. And then India. So we read about the India case yesterday. Actually, I thought yesterday was closing arguments. But it was actually today. So, I mean, obviously, it's now 5 in the morning. So, but, yeah, closing arguments actually happened. Well, not closing. Anyway, we're going to talk about the India case. Oh, hey, let's just fucking move on. All right. I'm telling the whole story anyway before it's time. So, look. Begin how we begin, brothers. Bang. Look. Bang. Yes. All right. Let's do a little refresh. All right. What do we got? Oh, Bitcoin. Yes. Oops. It's all up in my grill. All right. There we go. What are we talking about? Bitcoin. The top price of a Bitcoin is $9,978. And yesterday when I left you, it was at $10,152. So let's call that a $200 drop. A little $200 drop. That's nothing spectacular. All right. Top 10 of the day, brothers. Usual suspects, brothers. Top 10 of the day. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Binance Coin, Tether, EOS, Bitcoin SV, and Monero still holding the 10. All right, what do we got here? Oh, hold on, let me get prepared around here. All right. Oh, well, market moves a day. Single digits up, single digits down. I didn't have to pause for all that. You already know the answer to this. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up to single digits down. Single digits up to single digits down. Two. Single digits up, 2 single digits down. All right. It's a look who lost money today. If you see anything on here you like, go get it because it is on sale. Bye. Top 10 loser of the day, brothers. Whoa. Ibiza, Algorand, Monocoin, Quant, Hypercash, Grin, MadeSafe Coin, Cosmos, Unus, Sed, Leo, and V-System. That's who made money today, brothers. Yeesh. All right. Top 10 winners of the day, brothers. Basic Attention, Ethereum Classic, Insight Chain, Status, Ox, Walton Chain, Engine Coin, Aurora, Golem, and Omis Go. Let's see what the total market cap of the day is, brothers. Oh, excuse me. What are you at? 259.8. Whoops. Damn it, my nose. It's crazy. I feel like there's some nose hair in there. It's out misaligned. Misaligned nose hairs. All right, 259.8. And when I left you yesterday, we were at 263.4. So we went down $4 billion in market cap. Let's look at total volume of the day, brothers. Was that 59.1? Shit, I pressed the button. Anyway, whatever. Still the same market cap, 59.1. So we actually went up. We actually went up in market cap today. Yesterday when I left, it was 55.2. Today it's 55.1. So it went up $4 billion in market cap. All right. Nothing substantial. So we didn't see much moves or anything like that. All right. All right. So let's move on to the stories then. All right. Venezuela. Venezuela's largest chain of department stores adopts Bitcoin, Binance Coin via Pundi X. So, all right, this department store is going to use Pundi X, and they're going to allow people to buy stuff with Bitcoin and Binance Coin. All right. Hold on, let me get a sip first. All right, let's just move on here. All right, with the increasing hyperinflation in Venezuela, businesses across the country are looking to adopt cryptocurrency. And so, Traki, the largest chain of department stores in Venezuela, has adopted Bitcoin, Binance Coin, among other hosts of crypto. I hate this website's English. It's really bad, but this is where the story was. Host the Pundi X via Pundi X. Or host of cryptocurrency via Pundi X. The progress was achieved through a partnership with Pundi X. Now, Traki stores across the country can now receive payment using the host of cryptocurrency enabled in Pundi X XPOS, the respected blockchain-dependent POS with presence in over 25 countries. The move makes Traki the first chain store merchant to implement the XPOS. Traki has 49 stores in Venezuela and has been in Venezuela for more than 30 years. The accepted cryptocurrency in Traki stores across the country include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, DAI, XEM, DGX, KCS, KNC, and Pundi X's own tokens. The NPXS and NPXX press statement by Pundi X has confirmed, pointing that transaction fees are to be paid in NPXS and NPXS. Right. Speaking on the progress, the co-founder and CEO of Pundi X, Zach Che, said Traki is one of the early adopters of crypto in the country. The co-founder hoped that adoption of XPOS is an expansion of crypto use expected by Traki's customers. The cryptocurrency assets department of Traki, headed by Mike Gomez, said the company is poised to offering the best to its customers, claiming that crypto has proven to be the most efficient payment solution. There is increasing adoption of cryptocurrency in Venezuela. The hyperinflation and reduced fiat in circulation have been huge reasons for the increasing adoption of Bitcoin across the country. Pundi X, through the partnership, is looking to expanding the number of cryptocurrency adopters in the country. Now that XPOS devices have been adopted by Traki, the company is now part of the Pundi X's global payment ecosystem. All right, so there we go. Pundi X. Yesterday it was Panama, and today it's Venezuela. So there we go. There we go. Some more point-of-sale devices out there where stores can now accept crypto. Great for that. All right, bye. Now, altcoin news. CellWine smart management app featured with IOTA. Now, these guys are all fancy pants. So what this is like it's this fancy wine stuff, wine storage place. This is super fancy, temperature controlled, all this kind of shit. And anyways, they're going to use the IOTA Tangle. I love me some Tangle, boys. I've said it 100 times. It makes blockchains look like your grandma's old computer. Right? It's infinitely scalable already. It's already quantum proof. Transaction fees go to zero once the Tangle's big enough. Transactions are instant. You can't hack it. The Tangle is awesome. So look. Let's talk of some IOTA. Let's talk of some wine and Tangle. So, All right. On the 19th of August, 2019, Bill Labs editor issued a report about the new partnership between IOTA. Partnership. I'm not going to get into it. Don't worry. It's not a partnership, though. Let me just, for all the people out there, okay? No. IOTA's getting paid. Okay? It's not IOTA's just being a friendly bunch of guys and just letting people use shit for free, okay? All right. Just had to say, I just can't take it. Issued a report about the new onboarding, the new client. All right, anyways. IOTA Distributed Ledger Technology and CellWine, a wine management app for innovative wine cellar management services. IOTA is an open source distributed ledger that powers the future of the Internet of Things, free of charge, microtransactions, and offers data integrity for machines. CellWine is a technology company that promotes wine-loving culture by offering personal cellar assistant services. And it's like these are people who are super serious about their wine. Like they don't even keep their wine at home. They, keep it in specially super temperature controlled places and all that. Anyway, we'll read. Hold on. The global wine revenue potential is expected to rise as the wine lure develops essence over time, growing at a compound annual. All right. Anyways, that's all about the wine industry. Anyways, so now we're down here. The sensitivity of the growing exceptional wine depends mostly on the conditions and maturity of the product. These include specific storage conditions such as no exposure to sunlight, constant cold temperature, and relative humidity. Such delicate conditions offer a challenge to wine lovers and collectors, especially those in urban areas. In the long term, information about wine cost, production date, or wine collection value may become bulky to a collector. Many people have learned to improvise in many ways, which still gives rise to other challenges. All right. And so, blah, blah, blah. This company, they store your wine for you. CellWine Services utilizes IOTA's sharing concept in its CellWine Butler mobile application that consolidates multiple cellar storage facilities. CellApp can offer real-time cellar statuses with the help of integrated third-party logistics. So this app, these people can store their wine, whatever, and then you can go on the app, and it'll tell you, the conditions of where your wine is stored, the actual storage facility, right? Is what it says right here. Right? It says the cellar storage facility. So I guess you'd pick the one yours is in, obviously, and find out if everything's okay with your wine. All right. So Bill Labs' Alfred API solves data authenticity problems by using encryption. It uses DLT to create a digital footprint on recorded data and store it on Tangle. Through Tangle, which is IOTA's revolutionary distributed ledger technology, the company has been able to solve the inefficiencies of blockchain technology. All right. So all this is about the Tangle. If you want to know all about the Tangle, you can go over here and they'll show you how it's done, how the API is guaranteeing authenticity and blah, 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 blah. All right, all the techie, proof of existence, proof of this, proof of that. So, as reported on Blockchain Reporter, VeChain is another company that delivers Internet of Things solutions like IOTA through VeChain Thor. I know it says IOTA, but obviously the guy just pressed the wrong button. Like VeChain Thor. It's dual token based as a service platform. It's dual token blockchain as a service platform. It is a public blockchain gets its value when users create activities within its ecosystem. Through VET, a wine traceability platform, an encrypted tag, which is designed for wine products, is attached to a wine bottle. The NFC chip, as it is called, will provide customers with access to all information about the wine bottle. VeChain uses a smart chip known as NFC chip, QR codes, and RFIDs tracked to place enterprise. All right. So bang. So here it is. IOTA Onboards another one. This is some sort of app for people who are so into their wine that they have it stored at these special facilities, and now they will be able to check on their wine conditions thanks to this app, which uses IOTA's Tango. And you notice down here at the bottom the VeChain thing, right? Someone asked me once, like, VeChain and IOTA, they do the same things. Aren't you worried? No. It's called competition, brother. That's what makes you work smarter and harder. Is when you know there's when you got competition. All right? VeChain and IOTA, yeah, they do the same thing. Yeah, there's a whole planet to sew up, man. Come on. It's plenty enough for everybody. So look, IOTA levers, buy. Yes. Okay, I got to get a little bit more hyper. I'm feeling a little docile here. I'll wake up a little bit. All right. Let's go. All right. Bang. Now, Indian Supreme Court. So Indian Supreme Court asked RBI to respond to exchange's representation, defer case for 2 weeks. RBI, remember, that's the basically it's the Royal Bank of India, which is basically the Indian Federal Reserve. And so we went through it yesterday, how the guy was showing the judge all this, hey, this is what the G20 does. Hey, this is what Japan does. Hey, this is what the European Union does. Your Honor, what else did he show the guy? Oh, remember the judge asked, remember last week the judge asked about New York? And then this week the guy brought in the stuff about New York. And so, actually, I thought yesterday was closing arguments, but actually, no, today is. And so, this is interesting. Let's go over. I read this story 5 times on 5 different versions of this story. So I'm going to read this version, but I'll probably add some stuff because there's some stuff in here. Well, or actually, this is missing a few things. Oh, this is missing a few things that I read about in some other article. So, all right. But I don't know. Court cases are court cases, but the judge sounds like, watch, we'll read. I'm not going to ruin it. Spoiler alert it. Yes. So the IAMAI versus RBI. IAMAI, that's the crypto guys, versus RBI, that's the Central Bank of India. Case took an unexpected turn after the Supreme Court was met with several arguments from the petitioner's end about the RBI's jurisdiction, where the petitioner presented the court with the exchange's plea, asking a reconsideration of the ban. Justice Nariman said, so this is the judge. He said the judge is telling this to the RBI, to the central bankers. The exchanges are not asking to uplift the ban, but they are only asking to reconsider. If you don't give answer to it, I will pass the judgment. So today the judge was like, yo, man, anyway, we'll read on and I'll show you how it goes. It's pretty good, man. So it looks like the judge is more on the crypto guy's side, right? Watch. So the hearing going on since morning continued post-lunch, during which Reserve Bank of India's counsel, Shyam Devan, presented his arguments. So he's presenting his arguments for the central bank now. About proving RBI's jurisdiction. So remember what this whole thing is the Royal Bank of India, they banned crypto, told the banks, yeah, you're not allowed to do anything with crypto. And the crypto people in the banks are like, it's not your job to do that. You know what I mean? You're a central bank. It's not your job to tell a bank what it can do and can't do, right? And so the central banker's lawyer, he went to prove the jurisdiction in levying a bank ban in the country with respect to crypto transactions. So he cited a previous judgment of ICICI Bank versus Official Liquidator, which explained the provisions of the Banking Regulation Act, provisions which suggest that RBI's actions under 35A of Banking Act had statutory force of law. The counsel further explained, so basically what I'll just tell you right now what all that means. We're still going to read on, but basically what the counsel for the central bank did was come in and say, no, Your Honor, we're allowed to do this, and tried to show a few cases where they're allowed. And they said that they had power under Section 35A of the Banking Act. So the counsel further explained that the RBI circular was in line with statutory provisions declared by the Banking Regulation Act, which has to be considered to be having statutory force, and the RBI was taking mandatory action under the delegated legislative power it has been conferred under Section 35A of the Banking Act and Section 18 of PSS Act 207. So what they're saying is, because what the crypto guys are telling the judges, Your Honor, the only people who are allowed to stop something in our country are the legislators, in other words, the politicians to write a law, or regulators. And so what he's saying is that they have delegated legislative power under Section 35A of the Banking Act. So in other words, he's saying they've been given the power of someone like a politician, is his argument, right? This is what he's telling the judge, right? Delegated legislative power, right? right? Like here in America, our central bank can't say that shit. Like if the Federal Reserve even tried to ban anything or tell a bank what to do, like they would just laugh at him. Actually, they'd probably fire the guy thinking he's crazy. What are you talking about? You're crazy. So after presenting more judgments, all right, hold on. So you know what I mean? You're not allowed to do that. And so that's what this guy was arguing. It's like, nah, Your Honor, look, we did this to this one bank before. And we have delegated legislative power. So we are allowed to make laws. I guess in some sort of limited scope, right? I mean, obviously they can't, write immigration law or something, but. All right. So. Man, I'm so hyper, man. I gotta wake up. After presenting, I think the market's slow, so I'm bummed out a little bit. I don't think there's gonna be many trades tonight. So, after presenting more judgments in favor of RBI's decision, so he keeps showing the judge more and more ways in which, look, Your Honor, we have the power to do this. Divan answered questions on the vagueness of the circular and said that the RBI has sufficiently described crypto in various documents and that its powers are well defined and can be exercised where there is a threat to monetary, fiscal, and financial policy. As far as regulations of other countries are concerned, the council rested his argument by stating, India will make laws as per its needs. So, because remember the crypto lawyer, their counsel went in and said, look, Your Honor, this is what Japan's doing. This is what the G7's doing. This is what America's doing. This is what, remember the Wyoming laws. Remember the judge even asked, what about New York? So this fucking rude motherfucker tells the judge, because the judge asked him, well, what about all this regulation in the other countries? They're regulating it. Oh, and this guy, smart mouth. Oh, India will make laws as per its needs. In other words, he's telling the judge, we don't give a fuck about all that. We're doing what we do around these parts, Your Honor. Look. Who you think you're talking to, little whippersnapper? Yeah. You know what I mean? When the judge asks you that, you don't say shit like that. You have to say it a little more respectfully. This guy was rude. So the stage was then taken by the petitioner, Rajdeep Singh and Ors, who claimed that the RBI had changed its stance from caution to prohibition after former finance minister Arun Jaitley's budget speech in 2018, during which crypto was discussed for the first time. The petitioners added that the RBI had no empirical data to support their stance of crypto being a threat to monetary stability, making its arguments about satisfaction baseless. We read about that yesterday, right? Yeah, they didn't do a study on it. Basically, the finance minister, I guess, said something negative about crypto in some speech, in a budget speech here in 2018. And so I guess the RBI guy just wanted to kiss some ass and just came out with his ban on crypto, right? Yeah, there's no study on it. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they just banned it without any, in other words, it's baseless. Like, it's baseless. So the Justice Nairman, the judge, questioned Asid Shud, IMA counsel, that's the crypto counsel, about what he has to say about the point of satisfaction. To the question, Shud responded that the point of satisfaction can be considered only if there is data to substantiate it. Well, if you're gonna ban something, well, where's the data showing why you're doing that, right? To substantiate it, he further noted that the RBI cannot take actions on the basis of studies conducted by others, and that the argument of Ponzi schemes and consumer troubles are just statements, unless they are backed by data. So he's telling the judge, look, Your Honor, who gives a crap about the stories of Ponzi schemes and all this other stuff, or maybe data that's been collected by some other country? No. Our guys have to do a study. They didn't do one, so they're not allowed to do this, right? So Sood then turned towards the advisory by the Ministry of Finance, where it listed two concerns related to crypto: its use as a payment system and its use in illicit activities. The council made The council made the point that the government was of the view to eradicate or regulate these problems and not to completely ban it. After having a look at the representation filed by the exchanges with the RBI, it was found that the exchanges have said there was no need for a ban. Instead, the exchanges suggested that the Money Laundering Act can be levied upon them, or banks can be enjoined in order to make additional requirements for exchanges. So they're telling the judge, like, Your Honor, we already have anti-money laundering stuff, right? Because the RBI said, it could be used for crimes and all that. And they're like, yeah, well, we have those laws and we're willing to comply with them. Or whatever you want even, right? They even said, yeah, right here. Right? He even said, look, additional requirements, whatever you want, Your Honor. RBI's concern about crypto was addressed by the exchanges by putting forward suggested measures. So, in other words, the RBI said, bang, bang, bang. And these guys are like, no, Your Honor. And even if that is a concern, well, we'll comply with whatever, right? So the Ben then questioned the RBI. So now the judge is asking the RBI guy about why they did not properly respond to the exchange's representation before forwarding it to the government. Basically before the ban, the exchanges told them, like, yo, we'll do this and that. And they didn't care. They just said, nah, we're banning this. And so the judge is asking, well, why did you just ban that? Like, you had these concerns, and, these guys came up with answers to alleviate the concerns. So why did you just go ahead and ban it anyways, right? So after much deliberation, the judge's bench offered to defer the case for 2 weeks as part heard. The court will, and I'll tell you this, okay, so hold on. The court will discuss this further when the RBI comes with an answer for the exchange's plea for reconsideration, while the Solicitor General has been asked to provide the report papers mentioned in the IMC within 1 week. So I'll tell you, I read it somewhere else. So this is an arrogant little motherfucker, the central bank lawyer. The central bank lawyer told the judge, he said something like, yeah, we already referred all this to the government. Basically like, fuck yourself, judge. And the judge was like, nah, that's not good enough, buddy. And so that's why the judge said, yeah, you have 2 weeks to come here and explain why after these exchanges said they're going to do the anti-money laundering and all this, why are you still banning this? Right, is what the judge is saying. And the judge told the guy today, he's like, nah, that's not good enough, is what he said to him, like in a loud, angry way. It's not in this article, but this article was good, so I read this one instead. Yeah, and the judge told him, is like, nah, dude, it's not good enough. You're going to come here and flip an answer. And so it sounds like the judge is more on the crypto side. Like, he's like, listen, man, if you can't come up with a good reason why you're banning this, basically I think is what he's saying is, I'm just going to rule in their favor, man, because your excuses, they don't fit because, they're willing to do whatever it takes to be legal, right? To be fine. And I think the judge understands that. So anyways, bottom line is, brothers, the case is deferred for 2 weeks. So I guess in about another 2 weeks, we are going to follow up on this. Now, why is this guy reading about India? Look, buddy, 1 in 5 people on earth are Indians. 1 in 5 on earth are Chinese. If the Chinese and Indians do anything on crypto, believe me, we're going to talk about it here. Yes, the rest of us are just sprinkled in. All right. So look, that's our little India update. Bang. All right. Let's see what we got going on around these parts. DP Entertainment. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. Yes. Burke's Big Airdrops. Bang. See you, brother. All right. What else we got? We got Poppywood. It's Poppy talking to him. Oh, it doesn't say. All right. Poppywood. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. Oh, Herman Monster XRP. Bang. Oh, this is, yeah, exactly. India's Supreme Court chastises central bank. So I didn't read this article to you, but actually this is the article let me open this article up and just show you. Hold on, let me just show you. Because the judge is like, yo, fuckstick, it's not a good enough answer. I was going to read this one, but, I read the other one because it was better. Right? So, where's where the judge said this shit? It was hilarious. Blah, blah, blah. So the judge gave him 2 weeks. Where did they say that? Yeah. So here, right? The guy's like, blah, 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 Your Honor. Yeah, we gave it to the we gave it to the government already. Justice, the judge said, you just said that we forwarded to government. He angrily said, yo, that's not an answer, fuckstick. Basically, anyway, you're going to come the fuck here and answer is basically what he said. I don't give a shit about what you did telling the government crap. You're going to come here and answer. So, yeah, I told him that's not an answer. All right, let's move on. Bye, Herman. Freeman. Bang. Thank you, brother. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. Yes, I did get the Binance thing to work. It was so stupid. I didn't know that little button was right there like that. That was so easy. I just pressed it and it was like, had a list of all these little pieces of shit I didn't even know I had. I was like, bing. Yeah, it's got the little Binance Coin thing. And then, bing, I turned that shit into some Singularity net. Bang. Yeah, so thanks, Freeman. Yes, it did work. And thank you, all you guys. It did work. Now, Benham, what's Benham talking about? First of all, love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. What's Benham talking? Oh, the Winklevoss Gemini cryptocurrency exchange is now available in Australia. Supporting trades in Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash, like when is he asked? You know what's pissing me off is I read this story today. Let me give it a bang. What pisses me off is I notice, yeah, these guys are applying for ETFs and futures and all this shit here. Why aren't they applying in other countries? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're opening exchanges over there, but why aren't you applying to have an ETF in Australia? Winklevoss kid, do you see what I'm saying? I'm not understanding why they're doing, why nobody, I don't hear about anyone applying for a futures contract in the UK. The UK, those London boys, are you crazy? That's the money central. Well, the second again after New York, right? Nobody's doing that. And even our guys, like, they're not going over there and applying. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why that is. Like, everyone's applying like maniacs, right? To the SEC over and over. They're getting denied and reapplied, Remember, applying to the SEC ain't cheap. That's millions of dollars. The lawyers that it takes to write up that kind of stuff for the SEC, yeah, those are $1 million lawyers. You know, those are the kind of lawyers that earn $100,000 an hour kind of shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, and so it ain't cheap. And they just keep reapplying here. And I just don't understand why, you know, I don't hear about them applying, you know, for ETFs and other investment vehicles in other countries. It's just weird, this obsession with America. All right, anyway, let's get that off my chest. All right. Sorry about that. Look. What do we got? Bullion buy 3R. Oh, bullion buyer. I get it. Bang. See you, brother. Bang. Son of a bitch. Look. Bang. Look. Bang. Look. Bang. Yes, Roncast. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. We got Sweetie. Stallion. Yes. She put in her first Forex trade last night. Yes. Bang. Good one. But look. You got to watch those 2 chapters or you're not going to understand anything. And I'm not even going to bother until you watch that shit because it's not even going to make sense to you. But love you, brother. Or love you, girl. Bang. Yes. Spy lady. Spy lady. Brency. Love you, girl. Bang. Rob Ert. Bang. Love you, brother. All right. What do we got? Jamal Asim. See you, brother. Bang. Aura Kwong. 106. Don't forget to be happy. Peace, hugs. Lovey eyes. I love crypto. Peace and blah, blah, blah. Tron lover. Bang. Aura Kwong. See you, girl. Bang. All right. It's about the usual suspects right there. All right. One more. Is there any more? One more. Christian Lambda. See you, brother. Or whatever. Bang. All right. Let's get over here. Boom. Let's do this. Boom. Yes. Welcome. All right, guys. So, weird little week. Venezuela and India story in 2 days. Back to back. Well, you know how it goes around here, brothers. It's all about revenue generation. So if you're making money, I don't care. Like the guy who complained to me about why I was reading about VeChain. Like I said, buddy, if VeChain onboards people 30 days in a row, guess what you're going to hear? VeChain 30 days in a row. And like Pundi X, all right, well, yesterday they onboarded Panama, today they onboarded Venezuela. You're going to hear about it if they onboard, I don't know, Iraq tomorrow. You'll hear about that, all right, or whatever. So, look, Venezuela's largest department store adopted Pundi X. Bang, for Pundi X hodlers. Bang, your stuff is out there actually being used, generating revenue. And so, good for you, good for that. All right. IOTA being used to track wine, right? Like, IOTA and VeChain, I know, the guy asked, like I told you, one of the brothers asked me once, he's like, aren't you worried, man? They're doing the same stuff. Nah, dude. You know, they're the only two doing it. Yeah, there's a whole planet of companies to do these little things for, right? And plus, like I always say, like, yeah, well, is there only one car company in the world? No, fuckstick. Like, right? Is McDonald's the only place you can buy a hamburger on Earth? No. So, use that one for Halloween. So, no, I'm not worried. Why would I be worried? Only pussies worry. It's called good old healthy market competition. And in fact, when you got competition, that makes you work a little harder because you know there's someone breathing down your necks, right? You know you got someone to battle, so keeps you on your toes, keeps you sharp. Good stuff. Yeah, it's a dog eat dog, right? It's survival of the fittest out here, brothers. No, this ain't no pussy shit out here. It's survival of the fittest in the business world. Look, so they're going to track the wine. Another onboarding. Yeah. What else is new? All right, and then finally, the India crypto case. Yeah, man. So that judge, like I read you that last part on that last story, yeah. The judge told him, the judge was like, nah, dude, that's not an answer. Right? The judge is not protecting, but, the judge is on the crypto guy's side. Like, first of all, the crypto guy's telling the judge, first of all, Your Honor, they're not even allowed to do this. First of all. And then even if they can do this, like, why are they doing this to us? Because we're ready to be compliant in any way they want. They didn't give us a chance to be compliant, right? They didn't give us a chance. They didn't even talk to us and say, well, we want you guys to do this, this, and this, and give us a chance to do it, right? And so I think the judges, that's why he said, yeah, man, you guys got to come back here in 2 weeks. And basically the judge is saying, you have to prove to me why this should be banned, right? You didn't, and then the crypto lawyer said the same thing. Like, they didn't even do a study, Your Honor. So they're saying that this is bad for the economy. Well, how the fuck would they know? They didn't even do a study about it. They're just saying that, right? They mentioned the Ponzi scheme. All right, they're just saying that, Your Honor, but that has nothing to do with India. They have to do a study here first to see the effects of crypto. Just saying that is nothing, right? That's a bunch of fugazi, Your Honor. And the judge, I think the judge is agreeing with them, right? And so, yeah, the judge said, "Look, buddy, you got 2 weeks." And like the lawyer for the government said to the judge, "Yeah, Your Honor, we gave the information to the government." The judge was like, "That's not an answer, homeboy. No, you're gonna come here and tell me why this should be banned." So, yeah, I think he's on the crypto guy's side. I mean, look, man, it doesn't mean that this is going to be some magic thing or anything. It doesn't mean, yeah. But, I mean, it's just good. Obviously, it's good that the judge is, on the crypto guy's side. Yeah, why are you being so mean to them? Right? All right, so that's it. Let's chill and kill it. Let's get you back to your wives and lives. So, subscribe below, press the bell. You'll get automatic notification when I do this show. My name is Shamar Clark. This is Cryptocurrency Blockchain News. Greatest show on earth, greatest in the multiverse. I love doing this show. I love talking money. Love talking crypto. This is the favorite time of my day. So, thank you for having me in your home. And until tomorrow, bang, I will see you tomorrow. It's Shamar Clark. I'm always on duty. Bang. Yes. Ha ha. Over and out.